People, if you're watching this, I hope you're having a great, wonderful day. I think there's a great positive chance that you're rocking with the best astrologer in the whole entire world. It could even be potentially the hottest designer. And no, this isn't the same shirt he was wearing a couple weeks ago. This is the cheetah print color my aura. So we got, I told y'all, we got a lot of things you gonna like. And I think, I don't know if you could see it because the lighting is so lit. But we got an ice cream right here. Look y'all, this is exclusive. You can only get this from one place. TheEasyComplex.com. And I think when you go to the website, you could potentially pick this book up as well. I think this book called in the other day. He might, I'm see if he could call in another time. And I think when you go on to EasyComplex.com, you could register for the best astrology course in the whole entire universe. So yeah, I'm just vibing out with y'all today. And I hope you're having a great, fantastic day. And today we gonna be talking about the astrology for this week. Okay? And and as we mentioned in the last video, we're gonna have Venus going into the lovely sign of Scorpio. So as we mentioned in the last video, last week we had a Mars and Neptune opposition. Now this opposition is extremely important because with this opposition we ended up we seen some masculine things that happened with drugs this week, right? And remember, if you watched that last video, we mentioned how are you getting that energy? How are you conveying that etheric energy? That masculine etheric energy? How are we communicating that? How are we, when we are by ourselves in isolation, how are we dealing with that energy? Only you would know. Only you would know. Neptune being isolation, and we seen a lot of things go on this week with like drugs and things that happen when people are by themselves. And we seen it happen with masculine, with mainly men. You know what I'm saying? How are we conveying this energy? How are we channeling this energy? Because sometimes when we're alone, Neptune is very random. Neptune is an extremely random planet in conjunction with Uranus, right? And a lot of us, some of us born in 1980 to like the 1990s, around there, we were all born with a Neptune-Uranus conjunction, right? So this is what makes us a generation we're likely to experience the more random shifts. And since that conjunction, y'all, I'm talking about the Neptune-Uranus conjunction, because we was born during a grand conjunction, and we're gonna get to that video in a few. However, that Neptune is a very random vibe, you know what I'm saying? And when we're dealing with that, when we were dealing with that Mars opposition Neptune, it was that challenge to channel our masculine etheric energy in innovative ways. We have Saturn in Aquarius, which is predispositionally challenging us to be innovative. And look, if you look at what's going on right now, and y'all could check the Instagram. Go look at the Instagram. We have, like, we've been speaking about this, the grand conjunction that happened in December of 2020. Y'all remember the grand conjunction? Y'all remember the conjunction function, the function of the grand conjunction? That was for us to communicate and be innovative in our social complex. So make sure you tap in with the easy complex. And when we're tapping in with our social complex, Saturn is literally Saturn is the challenger. Like new challenger. Saturn is the voice of like the new challenger in a video game. Because Saturn is authoritative. When we look at Aquarius, when we look at Leo and Aquarius, we're dealing with an opposition. And Leo is creativity. So how are we creatively innovating ourselves during this time period? In conjunction with others and the social group and the resources and the light of humanity around us. This is a time where we should be stamped on innovation. Innovative, official. What is really wrong with giving it all you got and being innovative while you're giving it all you got? That's Saturn. Saturn is the challenger. Saturn is the let's get on this level. If you want to be on this level, you got to be grounded in the fundamentals. Saturn, Virgo, Taurus, the earth, the critical. What is critical? The critical resources. You see how the earth element is compacted? So Saturn in Aquarius is challenging us to be definitive. It's challenging us to be definitive with how we want to innovate. Make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com and tap in with Flex. Because I'm giving it to you right now. Live and direct, baby. So, yeah, we got Saturn in Aquarius. And remember, we had the Grand Conjunction, right? And now and then Jupiter, from our perspective, Jupiter retrograded into Aquarius. And with Jupiter retrograding into Aquarius, this is kind of like the Grand Conjunction all over again. Remember, right on December 20th, we was so, everybody was, it was a phenomenon. Y'all see how I got Clubhouse a phenomenon, and how I got YouTube a phenomenon, and how we got Instagram a phenomenon? That was the Grand Conjunction. Everybody was raving about it. And everybody is raving about it. Because it's about longevity with the social group. And when you get innovative, innovation equals longevity. Saturn in Aquarius. But then Jupiter is also in Aquarius? What? Jupiter in Aquarius? And then we have Saturn retrograde in Aquarius? And if you remember, don't forget to remember that Jupiter was in Pisces. Jupiter is stationed direct in Pisces. But Jupiter was like, hold up. I gotta go back into Aquarius. I gotta present some more opportunities. I gotta present some more innovation and some grand structure to the social group. And that's exactly what Jupiter is doing in Aquarius right now. We should be really focusing on who are our friends. How are we doing business with our friends? Are your friends innovating you? Are your goals in conjunction with your friends? How is this inspiring you to bring light to your ideas and be innovative? Y'all ain't tired of the same old, same old? You ain't never seen nothing like this. You ain't never seen nothing like this. So see. Make sure you tap in with the people around you who's doing innovative things. Challenge yourself. Saturn is the challenger. What is challenging you to be innovative? And then we got Jupiter and Saturn in a very, it's not even a major conjunction, but Jupiter is in Aquarius from our perspective, and Saturn is in Aquarius. So remember the grand conjunction. Oh, the grand conjunction. And everybody was talking about it. And then Jupiter went back into Aquarius to bring our attention back to innovation and our big grand ideals. And we also gonna see big things happen with social groups, and we've been seeing that. Like we just been on the mark, spot on with everything. Like we gotta be innovative so we could get new outcomes. Oh, make sure you go on to easycomplex.com. This book is so hot, I tell you. So hot, such a hot book. However, this week we're also going to have a Sun opposition Neptune. We're also going to have a Sun opposition Neptune. Now, the Sun opposition Neptune, isn't this similar to the Mars opposition Neptune? You see why in the last video we were speaking about preparing ourselves to spend time alone? And this week there's gonna be a highlight with the Sun conjunct Neptune. There is gonna be an intense predisposition of focus for us to really focus on our internal spiritual affairs. Now, Mars and the Sun are both planets in astrology, right? The Sun is considered a planet in astrology, and Mars is a planet. So these two planets, they both have hey, y'all know we turning it up right now. The technology is Aquarius. What you expect, baby? Y'all know that both of these planets deal with masculine energy. Now Mars is more immediate. Mars is more immediate and quick fire and direct, to the point. And when you look at Mars, it's getting to the point. This is why Mars is masculine energy. Also, the obelisk, to the point, very direct. And this is why Mars is exalted in Capricorn. This is where we get the exaltation of the social structure. But when we have the Sun, in Virgo opposition Neptune and Pisces, we're gonna see that an emphasis on channeling that masculine energy for this week. And Mars is not that far away. So then we're gonna have a Sun conjunct Mars. And this is still building on us channeling our masculine expression. So especially men watching this, it is okay to cry. It is okay to cry. How are we releasing these energies? Sometimes you gotta tap in with the feminine, that release, that expansion. That masculine energy is about solidification and being authoritative. And sometimes, in order to release, you have to have authority over what you are experiencing. So, like y'all, that video last week with the Mars opposition Neptune, if you didn't see that video, I'm gonna link it below and I'm gonna put it right here. So make sure y'all tap in with it again. Because the Sun and Mars, the Sun opposition Neptune, and then the Mars conjunct the Sun, this is going to create a very intense assertion of masculine energy within these next few weeks. And it may feel very tense this coming week, but this week is going to highlight our focus more than ever. This week is going to be like that Virgo stellium, but it's going to give us extremely extreme direct focus on to what we need to review, but everything will be brought to our immediate attention. And this is all about, are you going to directly deal with your spiritual values and affairs or not? And we have Venus going into Scorpio at this same time, and we have Uranus in Taurus. So this this time it's gonna be a lot of things dealing with internal affairs, a lot of deep-seated when you go deep within, how in the middle of being as deep as possible in your thoughts, how are you channeling that? This is indicative of how you're gonna spiritually relate to others. And we also have Mercury in Libra. Mercury in Libra with this Neptune quincunx. Mercury in Libra with this Mercury in Libra with this Neptune quincunx. How are you? Because look, you gotta deal with and this is why, oh my God, I'm sorry y'all, but I know for a fact, man, we're gonna see all of these things. We're gonna see all of these things play out. And we're gonna, when you deeply review your spiritual affairs, other people will feel that. Other people will feel how you coming off. How you've been dealing and self-talking with yourself. It's gonna reflect in your swag. It's gonna reflect in your swag. Your inner sauce is gonna drip on the outside world. So and especially, you know what, even like extremely spiritually aware woman, like this is a great week for tapping in with that masculine energy. And we're gonna see it, like men are gonna be extremely tense, and that divine feminine right now, and with that Venus in Scorpio, make sure y'all watch that Venus in Scorpio video. That's where we need to be. We gotta go very deep within and look, and because we're gonna want to speak, we're gonna want to articulate. With Mercury in Libra, we're gonna want to speak and be diplomatic. But this is why whatever you're doing on an internal level, it's gonna reflect in your aura now more than ever, especially this week. All right, but when you innovative with your approach, Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus, like y'all, this is an extremely challenging time. All right, and because when we're dealing with Saturn in Aquarius and Uranus in Taurus, this is a square, right? This is glitches in technology, glitches, y'all, even crypto. We're gonna see some stuff. We're gonna see some activity with the virtual world, dealing with finances and land masses, making adjustments, and we're gonna see more things with the weather, right? And yeah, we're gonna get back to that Jupiter and Saturn and Aquarius, all right? And yeah, make sure y'all go on to easycomplex.com. And y'all, the dumb astrology courses, I appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you register for those astrology courses, cause we gonna turn this up. All right, people be like, yo, Flex, how you be getting this so spot on? Lex, how you get it so spot on every time? Make sure y'all tapping with them astrology courses, all right? And make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And I appreciate you all the time. Have a great week and do fantastic things. Thank you. Peace.